1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Hey everybody, Gary here with Guitar Tricks, and in this lesson we're going to follow up the previous lesson, which was just strumming with that boom chicka, beginner kind of bluegrass strumming pattern. And in this lesson we're going to add a couple tiny leads just to spice things up. So a couple single note runs that you heard me do in the intro. Very simple. This is just kind of step 2. Adding those little kind of bass line and melodic ideas into the strum. Before we get into it, please go ahead and click subscribe so that you get all of the latest and greatest content from Guitar Tricks. And if you want to be notified of any new lesson, be sure to tap the bell and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see in future lessons. That's where we're always looking for ideas. All right, let's get into it. So we started on the G with that boom chicka, right? So we do the root note G, and then we chicka on the higher 2 strings. If you want to go in depth on this, check out the previous video. And then we hit the 5th of the chord, which is the open D, and then another chicka. So we've got that boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka. But now we're going to do this little hammer on. Open A string to 2nd fret. That's part of the G chord, right? The 2nd fret. And then the open D. So those are 2 chord tones. Not the open A, but that's kind of like a little walk up to the chord tone and then another chord tone. Right? So you might want to practice just going. Take the chicka away, right? Just try to focus on one thing at a time and then put the 2 together. So play 3rd fret on the low E string, skip over the chicka, and then open A, hammer to the 2nd fret with the middle finger, and then open D. So it's really important that your fingers are pointing straight into the fretboard, or else you're going to start muting adjacent string. So, and then once you get that, just focus on boom, chicka, hammer, open string, boom, chicka, hammer, open string. Try it really slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and boom, chicka, hammer, open string, boom, chicka, hammer, open string. Now, like I was suggesting in the last video, try to keep your right hand, wrist, and hand really loose and just squeeze the pick a little to get the single notes. So it's not like a tight thing, it's just a little bit of a squeeze. Cool. Now we get to the C. So we go. Then we grab the C chord, right? And again, we do the boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. And there we go from the C root note and the chicka to the G, which is the 5th, 3rd string on the low E string. So there's our boom chicka on the C chord. And now we do the same kind of hammer on, but now we hammer on open D string to the 2nd fret with the middle finger on the D string. And then the open G string. D string is string 4 counting toes to nose, so hammer 0 to 2 on that string 4 or D string. And then open G or string 3 toes to nose. So that's... right? Then we go to the D chord, open D to open A. There's the 5th of the chord, D, A, right? So D is the 4th string counting toes to nose, chicka, to the 5th string counting toes to nose. Then we hit the D one more time, and then we do this just like we did on the G chord, open A to 2nd fret, and then open D. So that's just a little kind of run up to the D note. So. And then we resolve on the G. And now we do the most famous G run, which is. And what that is we start on the G, and then we go on the A string, or string 5, counting toes to nose, open 1, 2. This is called the major blues scale. G, then open A, 1st fret, 2nd fret, and I'm using ring finger on the G, then open, index finger, middle finger. And then I go to the D string, open, 2, open, and then open G. There's the root, then I hit the low G, an octave lower, and then strum the chord. Right? Awesome. So you're going to want to practice all these pieces separately and then put them all together. So let's review. Back to the G chord. Right? So it's G, chicka, open D, chicka, G, chicka, and then A string, open, hammer onto 2, and then open D string. Then we get to the C, chicka, to the note G, the 5th below, C, and then we do the D string, hammer open to 2, to the open G, right? So then we get to the D, open D, to the open A, D, then open A, hammer to 2nd fret, open D, and then we go to the G and do the run. Nice. Now, we're doing that at a slow tempo, but we could speed it up. All right, everybody, so that's just a couple little melodic things that you could add to your boom chicka strumming when you're playing a classic G, C, D chord progression. If you want to learn more about playing guitar, head over to guitartricks.com. There's a library of high-quality song lessons, step-by-step courses on blues, country, rock, guitar fundamentals, and so much more. Happy playing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.